Okay, it is Wednesday, January 13th, 2 p.m. This is your weather briefing. Now we're focusing solely on the winter storm now that is expected to hit tomorrow, especially later in the day and then into Friday. And we're actually going to catch a little bit of a break here because I think that the temperatures, not only air temperatures, but temperatures on the surface and then, of course, subsurface temperatures are going to be marginal, meaning they're going to be near the freezing mark, if not even a little bit above the freezing mark. And this will help melt any snow that does fall. I think it's going to be quite a bit of snow in some areas, but it's really going to help the snow melt, especially on heavily traveled surfaces. And along with that, the duration of the snow being a long duration event of light to moderate snow means that we're going to have a lot better opportunities to catch up to this system as the snow falls and clean stuff off. All right. Here we go. Here is the jet stream structure, the River Vare at 30 to 35,000 feet. And we are concentrating on now what's happening up here in, of course, Minnesota and Wisconsin. Now, here it is today. We've got a fairly fast west to northwest flow. That's why we're so warm today, with temperatures now surging into the 40s this afternoon. But look at what happens as we go through time. This is tomorrow morning now. We have a very strong trough developing over the central United States, and it's digging. We have a 160 to 180 knot jet streak plowing into the central portion of the United States, and right on the nose now of this surging piece of energy, what we call a jet streak, is where storms like to develop. So that's why I'm expecting a significant storm system to develop during the day tomorrow over Minnesota and Wisconsin. And look at again how this jet stream digs during the day tomorrow. And again, this would put this portion of the upper Midwest, that would be our whole region, in a perfect area for snow, for a winter storm as we go through Thursday. And then even into Friday, you can see we are still under the influence of this upper level low. So we're going to have pinwheeling decks of clouds. They would be the low overcast, stratocumulus clouds along with light snow and flurries probably throughout the day Friday. So that's something to keep in mind as we look at the timing graph. By the way, you might as well look at it right now. Here's a timing graph now, and I did send this to you. But here we go. I'm expecting a brief period of some rain and maybe even some freezing rain. But I think it's mostly just going to be liquid and with temperatures near or above freezing tomorrow morning. And then everything changes over to snow sometime mid-morning. And we get a brief burst of snow, should definitely make some things at least a little slick out there. And then here's the prolonged period of snow. And I want you guys to take this timing graph now with a grain of salt because the timing is just really up in the air right now. But in general, I'm thinking late tomorrow afternoon and evening is when the bulk of the snow is going to start. And then we may have several periods, or at least a couple periods of moderate snow as we go through the overnight hours tomorrow night and then into Friday morning. And things should taper now as we get into Friday afternoon, but I am worried that the system is going to sit and spin and linger over the upper Midwest, and that's something that I'm going to have to, of course, continue to brief you guys on as we go through the next 48 hours. And speaking of the jet stream structure, let's just go back to it now. This is that upper level low pulls out on Saturday, which is good news. But then look at what happens as we get into Sunday and Monday now. You can see another trough developing over the upper Midwest. So in the extended forecast, you're going to see I've introduced more snow into the later Sunday, Monday time period. That's up in the air too, but we're in an active weather pattern. And that I think is very important for everyone to understand. Okay, here comes the future radar now. This is the NAM3K computer model guidance. And you can see here's that rain and snow now that comes into Minnesota during the day tomorrow. This is at 7 a.m. or 12Z, 12 Zulu tomorrow morning. That's when I expect the mixture to really start here in the Twin Cities metro, a little bit sooner in the Mankato area, and then a little bit later out in eastern Eau Claire and western Wisconsin. But then it changes over to snow, and we may pick up a quick inch or so of snow during the late morning hours tomorrow. And then the NAM3K actually shows the snow spinning up even quicker over Minnesota. That's why I'm telling you to take the timing graph, at least as of right now, with a grain of salt. I'm going to try to pin down the timing a little bit better for you guys later tonight and tomorrow morning. But again, take the timing with a grain of salt. But you can see how that snow sits and spins through even into the day on Friday. And the NAM 3K, even as late as 00 Zulu, which is about 6 p.m. on Friday evening, it's still showing light snow and flurries around our region. So that's why we need to be aware that this is going to be a long duration event. Here comes the snow totals. Now, again, this is the NAM 3K guidance, and I think it's a little robust with the snow totals. But the reason why I'm showing you this is because this system does have the potential to overachieve. All right, and I'm very close, as I mentioned in the text update to you guys here this afternoon. I'm very close to increasing snow totals over portions of eastern Minnesota and western Wisconsin, because look at what the NAMK computer model guidance shows. It's got the bullseye right over the Twin Cities Metro, right over the I-35W corridor or I-35 corridor in Minnesota, and then portions of adjacent areas of extreme western Wisconsin. So, don't be surprised if tonight when I come up with my updated snow totals that I put portions of southeastern, eastern, and east central Minnesota and extreme western Wisconsin in an area that could get even more than 6 inches of snow. By the way, the National Weather Service has issued a winter storm watch for a good chunk of southern and eastern Minnesota and western Wisconsin. So don't be surprised if I do that as we go through time here. Now I'm going to bring up the rapid refresh guidance here because this is hot off the press. I just wanted to see what its total snowfall is showing here over the next 33 hours or so. And you can see the rapid refresh not as pronounced with the snow, at least tomorrow, over eastern Minnesota. So we'll see what guidance is right here. I do think we are going to have a lull in the precipitation tomorrow. Again, I'll bring up that timing graph for you. I do think there's going to be a lull, and it may be for several hours tomorrow afternoon as the rapid refresh shows. And I think the bulk of the snow would fall tomorrow evening and then into Friday morning. Okay, here is my current prediction. This hasn't changed much. I'm still thinking a solid 4 to 6 inches over our area, Mankato, Rochester, Eau Claire, Minneapolis, St. Paul, and St. Cloud. Everybody, even Duluth, in on that 4 to 6 inch area. And again, I may increase totals right in this area here as we get into tonight and I get a chance to take a look at the latest 00 Zulu guidance. But right now, I think 4 to 6 inches is really, really a good bet, which should keep everybody busy here over the next 48 hours. Now, the extended forecast, here it is, and you can see my confidence is really high with accumulating snow for not only tomorrow, but especially tomorrow evening, overnight, and into Friday, the first half of Friday. Snow may linger, especially flurries, into later Friday and Saturday. And then here's that period from late Sunday into Monday where I'm thinking we may have another opportunity for some precipitation. As long as we're looking at that, before I let you go, let's just take a look at what the European computer model guidance shows for later this coming weekend and into early next week. Here it is. This would be a Clipper system that comes out of Alberta and heads southeast into the upper Midwest on Monday. This would be Monday morning and into early afternoon. Clipper systems, of course, are typical in this part of the country, and they often will dump about 1 to 3 inches of snow. So that would be the expectations as we get into late this weekend and early next week. All right, another important update coming for you guys this evening around 10 p.m. And then, of course, another large update coming for you first thing tomorrow morning as this storm system starts to get its act together. All right, take care, everyone. Get some rest, and I will talk to you soon.